Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to an all-new episode of the GuitarGuts podcast with me, Mark Murray. My guest today is the great Angel Romero, a.k.a. Riffmaster95 on Instagram. Angel was actually my first in-studio guest, so we recorded this podcast down in my jam room, and we had a couple beers, went and got pizza. He brought a bunch of his guitars, and we jammed out. It was a total blast. If you follow Angel, you know that he's got an awesome collection of Metallica-inspired Kirk Hammett guitars, including a Ouija guitar. He brought 4 of them with him. And normally I like to go through a series of questions, which I get to most of them in this episode, but since he was in studio and I was so excited to look at the guitars, I told him don't open these things until we start the podcast so I can get a real reaction and show you guys some of these things at the same time I'm seeing them for the first time. Of course, we talked about how he got his start with guitar and actually with drums too, and the gear he's had over the years, what he uses to record and make his videos. If you know Angel, you know he got into a forklift accident back in August 2017. That's actually why he started his Instagram. He was bedridden for a while playing guitar, and we talk a little bit about that. If you want to follow Angel on Instagram, it's at riff.master95. You can follow me at GuitarGuts, or if you want to email me, contact me, mark@guitarguts.com. This podcast comes out every single Wednesday, and if you want to watch the video version, you can head over to youtube.com, subscribe there, or if you just want to listen to the audio version while you're working out, while you're driving, while you're working, while you're cleaning the house, audio version only is over at Stitcher app and on iTunes. If you don't have any of these platforms, go to guitarguts.com and click the podcast link, and you're going to get the video or the audio. I want to say thanks so much to all the new viewers and listeners. The last couple weeks, the podcast has been blowing up, so thanks so much to everybody. And if you got any guest suggestions, your favorite guitar players or people that I have access to, I mean, let's not get crazy. James Hetfield and Kirk Hammett is my dream guest too, but put them down in the comments below, and we'll see if we can't make it happen. If you want to support the podcast, there's 2 ways to do that right now. You can go to guitarguts.com, and you're going to see 2 banners at the top of the website. One of them is for my Amazon affiliate link. If you click that link, it's going to open up Amazon as normal, but it's got my code built in. Since I'm pointing people towards their website, they're giving me a little bit of cut off the top, a couple percentage. It doesn't charge you anything extra, but it just helps support Guitar Guts. Pro tip real quick, if you go to guitarguts.com and click the Amazon banner, it's going to load up Amazon. Save that as your favorites, just as Amazon or bookmarks or whatever. So then every time you want to go to Amazon, you just click that and it automatically enters it in. The other way to support the show is the other banner at the top of GuitarGuts.com is for Iron Age guitar accessories. So they make kill switches, they make picks. The main thing I love from them is their kill switches. They make great quality kill switches in all different colors, different color LEDs. You can get non-LED, you can get different color bezels on them so it matches your guitar's hardware. I actually have one right here on this Wolfgang that I painted. So you can see down there where the tone was is now a kill switch. And what does it do, you ask? Let me show you. If you're looking for a really simple way to upgrade your guitar, get a different look, you know, it has a cool little LED, or that one there doesn't even have an LED in it. It just blends right in. It's called the Stealth. Go check out Iron Age guitar accessories. Like I said, I got a banner right at the top of GuitarGuts.com, and if you enter the code GG-10, you're going to get 10% off. So GG-10 at checkout. Get 10% off your kill switch, man. They're the best. So big shout out and thank you to Iron Age guitar accessories. And now let's get on into the episode with Riffmaster95, Angel Romero. By the way, I forgot to mention it, but after the podcast, we did some jamming, and that's what you're listening to right now. And at the end of the show, I'm going to play a clip of us playing Creepin' Death. All right, everybody. Well, welcome to the podcast. We got Angel, Riffmaster95.
What's up, guys?
In person. First in-person guest. Came out to my house. Lives, how long? 2 hours away?
2 hours away. Right in Riverside County, pretty much.
Dude, that's awesome. Thanks for making the trek. It's an honor to have you.
Oh, pleasure is mine, man. Thank you for having me.
I didn't know, you were telling me today, I didn't know you actually started as a drummer. You've been playing drums for like almost 10 years, but more seriously for 5, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't know. That's pretty cool. And you've only been playing guitar for 2 years?
Constantly about 2 years, but I picked it up when I was like 14 years old.
That's awesome. I normally, like I was telling you, I go through a list of questions, but with with you brought these awesome guitars. If you don't know, Angel has this awesome collection of Kirk Hammett guitars. You have like 5 different Metallica guitars. You got a cool Eclipse. You got a bunch of guitars. You collect them like me. You hoard them.
Yeah, man, but not as closely as you, man.
Do you have them on your all on your wall?
I have currently in my room right now. There's 3 hanging on the wall. One to the left of my desk, one right above the desk, and one right behind the door. Oh no, there's actually 4. 4, yeah.
They're slowly taking over.
One right there and one right next to it. So, yeah, 4, but they're currently 4 of them right here now.
Dude, let's see. Which one do you want to open up first?
You be my guest, man.
I want to see the Ouija.
It's right there.
Dude, let's go for it. How long have you had this one for? Oh,
I got it the week it came out.
Dude. So they only made like 666 of these? Is that what it is?
That is correct. And to be honest, this is the 3rd one that I went through.
What?
So the very first one, I was lucky enough to have found serial number 6 out of the 666. But when I went to go look at it, man, there's some finishes to it that I wasn't really happy about. So I took it just to get it out of my hand so I can go to another Guitar Center and trade it out for theirs to see if they had one in better condition. I did my research. I went to another Guitar Center. They had one that was in better condition, but it still had a little minor kinks here and there. So I took that second one because it was in better condition. And then like a week later, I found the 3rd one, and that's this one.
We gotta put this up.
That's serial number 176.
Yeah, I think I need one of those. It looks pretty good on the wall there. Jeez, dude. That thing is so cool. Is this quilted maple? Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's a quilted maple.
And you have a 81 and a 60, huh?
Yeah, 81,
did you put the 60 in it?
No, that's how it comes straight from the factory.
I didn't know that.
Straight factory right now.
So it's a LTD, but it looks like a ESP. It's got an original Floyd Rose. It's got a neck through body. Damn, dude, I can't wait to play that thing in a little bit. That's so cool.
The certificate's right there if you want to take a look at it. It's pretty cool. It's paper, but I mean, something cool to look at.
Dude, I'll check that out in a minute.
And then other guitars.
What's your, out of all your guitars, what's your favorite one? Do you have a favorite?
It'd be between my Ouija and my Master of Puppets guitar.
Is the Master Puppets one here?
Yeah.
It's one of those ones over there?
So,
All right, I'm going to grab that one then. Tell me the story. How'd you find this one? What made you want to get the Master of Puppets one? Because you also have the Ride the Lightning one.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah. So I got the Master of Puppets first. The first guitar I ever, when I started collecting, was the Master of Puppets guitar. And
do you know which one's which?
Master of Puppets is on the ground. I got it from Reverb, from a shop I think it was in Wisconsin. The shop out in Wisconsin that shipped it out to me. That's by far my best and favorite purchase for the price.
Dude, here, you hold this thing. I want to look at it. Damn, that thing is rad.
Yeah, that's the little helmet right here. A lot of people don't really pay attention to it, but the helmet's right there.
You can see a little bit of the hand at the top, holding the strings.
Oh yeah, right here, and the strings right here.
So why is that one your favorite?
Dude, Master of Puppets is the heaviest album out there out of all time. I think Master of Puppets started it all for me.
Did you get this one before or after you got the Ride the Lightning one?
No, I got this one first, and then once I got this one and I really started thinking about it, I was like, man, I might as well just start collecting. So then I started on the hunt for looking for the Ride the Lightning guitar, and I found it on eBay, but it was from Canada. And the price was good, but then shipping it from Canada to the U.S. raped me, dude. It almost to the point where I almost didn't buy it. But I really sat down and thought about it. I was like, man, I'm not going to let this shipping rate just not take my opportunity.
How much was the shipping?
Shipping rate was like almost $250.
Oh, my God, dude. That's crazy.
I was pissed, but I mean, I wasn't going to let it slide just because of that. I just bit the bullet. I said, fuck it, let's do it.
You could almost have just taken a plane flight and picked it up yourself for like $350 probably.
Probably.
If you would have gone the right time. Dang.
Yeah.
But you got it.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
What about? Are you gonna get the Kill 'Em All one?
I don't know, dude. To be quite honest with you, it's too much white on it. It's the design on it is too basic for me.
You don't like white guitars?
I like it, but I feel like they could have done more. I like your Explorer.
That's what I was like, hey, come on.
I like the Explorer. It's just the design for it. I didn't like it.
You don't have any James? Oh, you have an Eclipse, right?
I have an ESP EC1000T.
Damn, what color is that?
Which a lot of people don't really have for some reason. It's a lot. It's a Gibson body shape. It has a double binding on the front and back. You see a lot of EC1000s with just the front binding, just the front white strip. Mine has a double, and it has a 3-inch or 2.5-inch thickness like a Gibson Les Paul. So it's actually pretty damn heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your first out of all of these like metal electric guitars that you had? Like, what was your first guitar?
It was like a little off-brand Strat, dude. It was red with the white pickup guard.
Kind of like over there on the end over there.
Yeah. It was like even cheaper than that though.
Uh-huh.
Like way more cheaper than that. It was probably like a $50 guitar if that.
Well, not even a Squire.
I don't know, dude. I don't remember. I was like in 7th grade. I didn't even purchase the guitar myself. I didn't pick it out. My uncle had just showed up to my house one day. He's like, "Hey, I got something for you, so let's check it out." It was a guitar. I had no idea how to play it, dude. But at this point, I knew that both my grandparents, my grandfathers played guitar. So I was like, if they could do it, I could probably do it. So then I took a week's lesson, if that, through a good friend of mine. His uncle knew how to play Metallica, and that's pretty much where I started. Because we used to hang out and skate, and we would go to his uncle's house just to hang out afterwards, and he would always have Metallica playing, and I never knew what rock was prior to that. So that's where it really all started. And he gave me a lesson for about a week, and then he moved, and the rest is history, dude. Like, I just self-taught ever since.
When you first started hearing Metallica and all that stuff there, do you remember like a couple of the songs that stood out to you where you were like, this one?
It was Master of Puppets and Fade to Black. All the melodies that went into Fade to Black were really cool to me because I never heard anything like that prior.
Uh-huh.
So I was always into hip-hop and stuff like that. I still love hip-hop, but rock is where it's at now.
That's awesome, dude. Back when you first started, do you want me to put that up there?
Sure.
I'm not holding on to it if you don't want to. I don't know. But so you originally started on the drums. We'll get to the other guitars in just a minute. But
no, dude. So I originally started playing guitar, and then my cousin down the street, like I was telling you a little earlier, my cousin lived down the street from me, and he had on a drum kit, but he never played it. And when I would go to his house, it was just always sitting there. I looked at it, but I never picked up the sticks and decided to play it for my own. And he was moving, and he called me like, "Hey, you want it?" I said, "Why not?" So I went down the street, picked it up by myself, and just picked up the sticks right then and there, dude, and just picked up the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Simple.
What'd your parents think? You just brought a drum set home? Did you have to ask them, or did you just do it?
I just brought it home, dude.
And they're like, "What are you doing? Like, where are you going to put this? When are you going to practice?"
And then how this is too loud. Like, no, it's not happening. I was like, well, he was going to throw it away, so why not? And then at that point, I just started playing a little more and more. And then my grandma saw that I really liked it, and I was playing it pretty good. And she bought me a Pearl kit after that. So I had like this basic kit, and then I got this Pearl Form series. It was a Pearl Form series. It was like a dark gray, almost navy color. And I started playing that, dude, and then I thought it was so badass that I had 2 kicks. So I put them together.
Whoa.
So I had 2 bass drums, but just the regular rack tom. So I initially had double bass pedals. So
dude,
that was it.
It's like Lars's old kits. He used to, I don't know if he still does, but he used to have like, I think 2 bass drums, 4 rack toms,
still does.
2 floor toms.
He still uses the 2 floor toms, 2 rack toms, and 2 floor toms. Back in the day, when he had the white tom, shit was. I think that's the best drum kit, dude.
What was that? A Rockstar kit or Star Classic?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he
used. It's a Tama kit.
It's a Tama kit for sure. Who knows what it? I have a Tama Star Classic, and it's a 7-piece, 3 rack, 2-floor, your snare, and your kick drum.
Have you been playing drums at all lately?
Not really, because of my leg injury.
So you can still play a little bit with your injury?
Yeah.
What happened? Tell everyone a little.
So guys, back in late 2017 in August, I got hurt at work, and I pretty much pinched my knee in between 2 forklifts, and to this day I still can't really walk perfect, but it's coming back.
I couldn't tell when you first got out. I was, because I knew that happened, and I was like, I'll help you bring your guitars and stuff. And I came outside, and when you got out of the car, I was like, I was wondering, are you gonna have like a limp or something? Because but you didn't at all. You walked totally normal.
Yeah, once I walked like long distances and for long periods of time, that's when they'll start to work. But the heart hurts, but that's what I have to work towards. So I'll be there. I'll be back.
Dude, it's been a rough road though, huh, to recovery?
Definitely, dude.
On crutches and stuff?
Oh, the first 4 months, dude, that shit was horrid. The first month, it was the worst. I couldn't deal with it.
And then what, you have to do like physical therapy all the time and stuff to the bending it and...
Yeah, I still have to do that now, but for the most part, dude, I was bed rested for months. For the first 2 months of my injury, I couldn't walk, I couldn't bend my knee, I couldn't do nothing.
Damn.
My leg was just blown out of proportion.
What, did something break inside there?
I fractured my femur and I fractured my tibia. It's like the 2 main bones in your leg.
It's the top above the knee and below the knee.
And below the knee. And then like I chipped like a piece of my knee out, I guess. Like a little bit, not too much, but a little bit.
Does it hurt all the time, or is it starting to get normal?
Right now it still hurts. Like right now, it's hurting a little bit. I just constantly have to keep flexing it and moving it. But I'll be back, dude.
I saw a picture on your Instagram of you in bed with your legs straightened out. I think it was in the hospital, it looked like, and you were playing your Ibanez.
Yeah, dude. So at that point, it was probably like 8 hours into my injury, and I'm already like situated. They already put me in a room. I'm already not in pain, so that's the main part, dude. I wasn't in pain, and they told me I was gonna be there for like 24 hours in bed rest. So I told my parents to bring me my guitar from home, and at that point I was practicing. It's an Avenged Sevenfold song. It's a solo. Shit, I forgot what it is. Did you ever put the video up of you playing that solo?
Yeah,
but I'm not proud of it still. So I got to redo it. It was a stage solo, like at the beginning, the first solo in the stage. The intro. That's what I was working on at the time, and I just brought my Ibanez because that's the one I couldn't plug in. I still can't plug into an amp with this sounding good. That's why you guys have never see it. But that was my first real metal guitar I've ever purchased. Once my parents realized that I liked guitar and my dad saw that I knew how to play a little more, he said, well, let's go to Guitar Center and then we'll get you a better one. So I went to a Guitar Center here in San Bernardino, where I was from, and I bought my first Ibanez, dude.
How come you picked Ibanez?
I had nothing about it. At that point, I didn't know about guitar names. I just knew I wanted a Floyd Rose.
Yeah.
So I've had a Floyd Rose since the first guitar I've ever picked out myself.
Uh-huh.
So
I've always been fascinated. I remember the first time I saw one of the first electric guitars I ever saw in person even. It was my friend's dad had one. I went to his house, and it was a Jackson, pretty much like this body style. It was dark blue, which eventually I have one now because I saw one on eBay, and I'm like, oh, I gotta have one. That's what like inspired me to start playing. I remember seeing it has like the regular pickup. We got all EMGs right here.
Yeah.
It had like these kinds of open coil pickups or whatever. And then it had a Floyd Rose. So I looked at the pickups and I looked at the Floyd Rose, and I didn't know what any of it was. Like I didn't even know what a pickup did. I didn't know there was different types of bridges like that. So I just remember seeing it all, and like the Floyd Rose kind of looks like a skull, like the teeth of a skull, and like kind of like it has like a bunch of eyes, like almost like a spider's skull, 6 eyes or something. But like I remember seeing all that, and it looked all technical. I'm like, dude, I need one of the whatever this is. I need one of those on my guitar. I need these pickups because I had a Squier Strat when I first started, and it was not satisfying once I saw a Jackson. I was like, what? I don't know what this stuff does, but I need it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Ever since after the Ibanez, I never bought a guitar ever since. other than right after high school, I moved and I didn't take any of my gear with me, so I had nothing. I was going to college, and I was bored, and I was like, you know what, dude, I'm gonna buy myself a little amp and a guitar just to have at home. And I got a Line 6 Spidey 75 watt amp, and then it was a Laguna guitar. I still have it at home. I use it for all the drop G and stuff like that.
I think I've seen you play it.
Yeah. After that, I didn't buy a guitar for years, and then I started buying guitars last year, I guess.
Really? Just last year? Dude, how many do you have? Do you know?
I have like 9.
9. I love how I don't always admit it when people ask me because it's a ridiculous number. But like they're like, how many guitars do you have? And I'm like, I know the number. I don't want to say it because it's like ridiculous. I know it's ridiculous.
How many?
40? I think I'm at 40.
Nice.
I have a list on my iPad on my notes because I don't know. I just know when I come down if there's like a hole on the wall, like, oh, something's missing. What was there? Shit. Oh, my green Jackson. Oh, it's in the living room. Okay, there it is. Like, one will be missing, and I'll just be like, which one's missing? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I can figure it out if I look at my list, my checklist. We were talking about it when you have that many. Dude, it's crazy trying to keep them all in check, keeping fresh strings on them, keeping them all working right.
Earlier,
like I think my V's got a weird thing with one of the volume pots right now, but I'm like, fuck it, I'll just play the Explorer today, and then I'll forget about it, and like 2 weeks later I'll go to play it again, and then it'll work if you get it working right, and then I'm like, all right, I'll play it like that, and there's always 1 or 2 of them or 3 of them that need like new strings or need a new pot or like got a little issue. Mm-hmm. It's impossible to keep them up.
Yeah.
With 40. I mean, you have to change it. I think you're supposed to change your strings like every month or something.
Every month or every other month.
Yeah, so I can't afford that.
Yeah, no.
I can't buy this many guitars
Club,
then.
Bro. String Club.
What is that company?
Shout out to Guitar Center, dude, real quick.
What's that?
$20 and you get a year's worth of you get a little card. I have it. Oh, give me a sec.
Oh, no way. And they send you strings automatically?
They give you $5 every month and then $5 towards a pack of strings every month.
Yeah, that's not going to do much for me though.
No, but it's $5 towards a pack of strings.
So
String Club.
What do you get though? I mean, what do you have to pay? Do you have to pay
$20 and you get
for a year?
Yeah, and then every month they give you $5 back, $5 back for a pack of strings.
That's interesting.
So you get like literally you go buy a pack of Ibanez or Ernie Ball strings, and they're $4.99. You pay the 78 cents tax.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So
I usually buy them in bulk. I'll go on eBay and for like $18, you can get like a 6-pack. They come down to like $3.50 a pack. Not bad.
That's true.
But I don't know. I need to change it more often.
I haven't changed mine. The most recent guitar that I switched over new strings was the Nosferatu because I thought I was gonna get rid of it, but the guy flaked. You're
still looking to sell it?
Yeah.
Do you have a price that you want to get for it? Because anyone want to buy it?
First person that comes with me with $650, it's yours.
Let's check it out.
Get rid of it.
I want to check it out right now. If we're only collecting guitars for like a little over a year, you've got an awesome collection, dude. What made you want to buy this one? Because there's no neck pickup. That's strange. I think it's cool.
Yeah. So I just wanted a Kirk Hammett guitar. I saw it, so why not?
Where'd you get that one at?
I think it was on Reverb as well. I met up with the guy though. I met up with him. I was like, well, you're not too far from me, so yeah.
That one's also got an original Floyd on it?
Yeah.
Got a single 81.
Yeah. The only thing, though, I will say that has a small blemish at the headstock, but you can see it right there.
Oh, little chip.
Not even a chip, dude. I'll be honest, I think it's my fucking cat.
Oh, really?
I think, because where I sit at with my
Gibson?
desk, yeah.
I was looking at your page today and I think you took a picture of your cat in front of the Ouija.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, rad picture.
Oh, my wife caught that picture.
Dude.
I wasn't in the room. She just happened to sit right next to it, and my wife happened to catch the picture.
Yeah, that was a good one. I was like, damn, look at that.
Yeah, I think, so when I had it sitting next to my desk and when I record and stuff, she lays like right there. So I'm guessing she's like, oh, what's this? And just decided to bite. but it's not. It doesn't harm anything.
Yeah, it's a cool looking guitar.
Hit me up though, and I'll probably work something out.
It's a bolt-on, I see.
Yes.
Is this one's a bolt-on too, right?
Yeah, they're all bolt-on.
This one isn't though.
No, it's a neck through.
Is that your only neck through? The EC1000's a neck through, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's cool. That's a neck through. It's a bolt-on.
Yeah.
It's a cool guitar. I was noticing this one's also made in Korea. Korea makes good guitars, man.
All their LTDs and models are from Korea.
Some of them are Indonesia now and China. Yeah, dude. There's like the 50 series. Like if you get like a cheap one, they're from China and some of the 100s. Because I bought this one. This is like a 1998 model. This black one. And I got it when it was like the first shipments that ever came over. Like if you noticed, it doesn't even tell you the model on the 12th fret.
The LTD logo.
It just says LTD. There's no model anywhere on it, but it's pretty much an M100. But I've upgraded. It's got an original Floyd on it now and some crazy EMGs with like single coil tap abilities, and it's got EMG preamp and phase inverter. It's got a bunch of cool upgrades now. But the way that the neck feels and the way that the tone resonates through the body is amazing. And then I bought another M100 a couple years later, made in Indonesia, and it was like a completely different guitar. It felt like crap, dude. I got rid of it. I don't have it anymore. But
I saw one pretty similar to this, but it's a 7-string.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It didn't have a logo on the headstock, just like that. Just the ESP truss rod cover, and it was plain, just like this. I think they wanted 140.
If it was like one of the old Korean ones from the 90s, those guitars are awesome. I used to go to this guitar shop down the street from my house called World Music. Every Saturday when I was like 12, 13 years old, I'd ride my skateboard down the street. I'd get donuts at the donut shop. Then I'd go over to the pet store because they were open before World Music. So I'd have to go kill a little time at the pet store, look at some lizards and fish, and then come over to World Music at like 10 a.m. And I remember when they used to have like Jacksons and all these other guitars, but I remember the first shipment of LTDs that came in. And they had that guitar, they had an Explorer, LTD Explorer, and they had one other, I don't remember what the other one was, but it was another cool black, all three of them were black. And I regret kind of not getting the Explorer because now those things are pretty hard to come by, like a cool original one like that.
Yeah.
But then again, I needed a Floyd Rose like we were talking about. I saw that one, and I was like, that's the only one with the Floyd, so I think I'm going to have to go with that one. Yeah. One of my best friends, there's a bass right behind you, a black LTD bass. Mm-hmm. That came in the same time that this guitar came in, and my buddy bought that one, and then years later he gave up bass, and all my friends who pick up guitar and then give it up, I buy all their instruments. So that's where like maybe like 10 of my guitars have come from, is all my friends' old guitars I remember from childhood. I'm like, dude, you'll sell it to me for $300? Like, that's a great guitar.
Let's go.
Or $200, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, of course I'll take it.
Yeah. It's cool, dude. I like it.
Yeah, that thing's nice. It looks pretty cool to me. It's flashy.
I like the inlays on it. It's they're spiders from 15th to 24th, and then at the 12th fret it's a moon, and then the rats from 1 of 9.
I was just listening to a podcast of Kirk Hammett. He was on, Gilbert Gottfried?
No.
He's from like Problem Child, and he was the Aflac voice. Aflac.
Oh, okay.
And then he got in trouble for making a tsunami joke, and they fired him. And it was after like, was it Japan? After, I don't know what happened, but he got in trouble, got fired, and he had Kirk Hammett. I guess Gilbert Gottfried's a huge horror fan, so they were talking about all this old horror stuff, and pretty cool. I think that's such a cool theme for guitars. I remember I was at NAMM like a year ago, and I got to see one of Kirk's his personal Ouija guitars they had there. They had Hetfield's of Wolf and Man, like the Wolf to Man Explorer. Mm-hmm. Super badass.
I want one, dude. Honestly, I think I will get one. Just a knockoff, though. It'll just be like display. I'll probably get one, just the wood inlays, and I'll just put everything else after.
Of which one?
I want the Wolf and Man.
Dude, those things are so cool.
I want the Wolf and Man for sure. And then I want that.
I need to do it to this thing, huh?
The Etfuck guitar.
Yeah, that one's badass too.
Yeah.
How come you don't have a Snakebite or an Explorer? Like everybody on Instagram has at least an Explorer or a Snakebite. You have none.
Nah.
You're killing the Kirk game.
I like Explorers more than the Snakebite.
Do you?
Yeah.
I like them, I think, a little bit better, but I like the snake bites too. But you can tell I don't have a snake bite. I obviously like Explorers more. I have a couple.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the shape, dude. I think the shape is perfect. I don't always like to sit right here on my right leg, so left is perfect.
Uh-huh. So tell me a little bit. We'll put that guitar up on the wall too. Do you have any more stands over here? What's you brought your recording rig? Is this what you use to make your videos?
So recently, this is all I've been using. Well, other than my monitor speakers are at home, my interface and computer. That's all I use.
And you do you plug your guitar directly into this?
I plug so.
By the way, shout out to what's the pick
dude.
sponsor?
So check out if you guys ever want some cool ass picks, really slick. I just gave Mark this pick right now for him to try it out. Mark, tell him.
Honestly, I'm super picky with my picks. I only use one kind of pick. It's Dunlop Tortex Sharp 1.5 millimeter, super thick pick. It's a ridiculous pick, and I never find picks that I actually like. And I'm not getting endorsed by them. I'm just saying this because it's true. He's like, try this pick, and I was like, it looks cool. This thing's badass. This is a great pick. It's like super thick in the middle.
Yeah.
It's nice and sharp on the edge. It's
really slick.
I don't know what material it is. I don't know, but I like it. I mean,
it's really slick when you start to play, especially with your sweep picking. I think this is immaculate. Your alternate picking as well. Because it has a sharp edge, I think it grabs the string real quick and easy.
And it's comfortable because it's thick.
Yeah.
The thickness is nice.
I've never used a pick fatter than a 1 millimeter. I told Bob, which is the owner of Savage Custom Picks, Bob and Daryl. They're awesome. I told them I'd never experienced a thick pick, so the very first shipment of picks they sent out to me was a very thin one, like a half a mil, 1 mil, and then like a 3 mil, which is, I think this is a 2.5 mil.
That thing's huge.
It's pretty thick, but down at the point, it's really fine and sharp. Anyways, guys.
I experiment with picks all the time because they're so cheap. I love going to like the guitar shop and just buying like an extra like $10 worth of different kinds of picks. And this is one that I used to love back in the day, Jim Dunlop Stubby. That's a 3 millimeter. But for my fingers, it's a little too small. Like the thickness is cool and the sharpness is cool, but it's a little too small. And then like, the Dunlop Jazz 3s, a lot of people like to use these. These are like what Petrucci uses. Kind of Kirk Hammett, I think, is a modified version of this right now, right?
Yeah, it's a Jazz 3.
Yeah, that's what these things here are.
They're like super small, dude. I actually got some to try them out. I can't do it. It's too small.
Just a little too small for me. Like I like to choke up on the pick a little more, and then I can't with those. And actually, Iron Age Accessories makes some pretty cool ones like these, but they're wood. They're like thick, kind of like this stubby one here. They're thick like that. But again, I don't really use them because I love these white ones so much. I can't get away from those.
Yeah, so check them out, guys. Savage Custom Picks on Instagram. But back to my recording rig. This is what I use. It's a Scarlett 18i8, second generation. And I just go direct in to the first input from the interface to my guitar into Reaper and Bias Effects, Positive Grid. That's it.
Do you have your own presets that you made, or do you download like some?
Yeah, there's a cloud that I went onto, and like anyone has uploaded to it, and you can just categorize from Spanish to your heavy ass degen tones.
Awesome. So this thing just plugs straight into the laptop, like what, USB or something?
Yeah, USB. I'll show you later, man.
Yeah, I would like to check it out. You were saying it has no latency because I've used a couple direct, like this thing I used over here. I was showing you this Roland little direct input thing I have. Mm-hmm. I recorded a full-length thing with that in like 2008. So long ago now. That's crazy. I need to do some new stuff. That it had latency, like a tiny bit, but it was there, and I hated it. And I got to step my game up.
Yeah, I haven't experienced any latency. It's pretty much plug and play, dude. As long as you have your setup, and it's great.
And then you got a GoPro. That's what you do your videos with?
No.
No?
Recently, I've been using my iPhone.
What iPhone do you have? Is that an 8 or
I have
X?
that iPhone 8 Plus. This is the first iPhone I've ever owned.
It's nice. The video's good on it, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty crispy. I can't lie. I can't nag on it. But I've always been a Samsung person.
So how come you switched to iPhone?
It's spark of the moment type. But I want my Samsung. I'm waiting for the new Samsung Note 9 to come out.
Are you gonna switch back?
Yeah.
Oh damn. What about why do you actually like that camera better than the GoPro, or it's just easy and convenient?
I like the camera on the iPhone just because of the lighting. Like I was telling you earlier, on the GoPros, you have to have good lighting to have a good picture.
Yeah.
Without the good lighting, it's pretty hard.
Yeah, if you're indoors, it's kind of tough.
Yeah.
And like the colors, it doesn't give you vibrant colors unless you're outside.
For me, because I can't work right now, I pretty much chill at home. The perfect time to get a perfect shot for using GoPro is early in the morning because the sun's out and bright. As soon as it's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, it's over.
Really?
Like I actually had changed the light bulb in my bedroom just to get a lot more brightness in there. It worked, but it's not what I wanted. And then with the iPhone, I don't really have to deal with that. So.
See, this is one of the things I like to always ask people about is like, why people have their own style and look to their videos, and I see some people's videos look like crap and they don't do anything different. They've been doing it for a year the same way with their crappy lighting and all this stuff, and like you're actually looking at things like in the morning is the best time to record. It looks the best. You notice that kind of stuff. Like that's one of the reasons I think that you've been so successful on Instagram.
And then the reason why I've been on top of like just my everyday life being absent from 2 months. My audio is really important for me and for you guys. Like when I first started, I was just recording from my phone to amp. My phone was literally sitting on top of my amp, and that's what you heard. And then I got the GoPro, and I started experimenting with little mics, and I got pretty close to what I liked. I was using the GoPro with a Rode mic right above it. So the Rode mic was my mic. Was it plugged into the GoPro, recording direct? Yeah. And it sounded pretty good? It was okay. I thought about getting one of those, like, it was like a shotgun mic. Is that what they call that? Yeah, I have the mini one, though. So the shotgun, I'm sure, is way better. Because it's so much work. Marshall on Instagram? Who? Stratton Marshall. I don't know if I do. Dude, that fucking shred. Yeah? I'll check him out. He's immaculate, but he uses that. I've spoken to him before, and he said that he uses the Rode shotgun, and that it's big. It's a big mic. Yeah. But a big mic compared to the small mic that I was using, I'm sure makes a big difference as well. Mm-hmm. So then I kind of broke away from that, and then I kind of found out that my current amp, Line 6, I have a Line 6 Spider 5 250 watt amp. I found out that if I plug in a USB in the back of it into my computer, it actually works as an interface. Huh. So I was using my tones from the amp directly into a GarageBand, and that's what I was using for a little bit. And then I started dealing with clipping issues and like dealing with volume on my amp that was way too loud for the recording. So I kind of started looking around, and that's when I came into Bias. And I've been with Bias for like 2 months now. And you're happy with that? Yeah, but I haven't been playing it much, dude. I have yet to play a lot more. You better get ready for Justice Month. It's coming up. Dude. What's your favorite song on Injustice for All? Harvester of Sorrow. Yeah? That's the one? That's my shit. We're listening to it. I don't think you guys can hear in the background. We've been listening to Metallica got it going in the other room. And it's on Frayed Ends of Sanity right now. Yeah. So Harvester just passed, I guess. Yeah. For some reason, I don't know why my computer or my iPhone or whatever it was that I used to listen to it on played the tracks out of order, and it would always put Harvester of Sorrow later on the album. So like my track order is always all messed up in my head when I listen to it now that I have Spotify, and I listen to it in the right order. I'm like, what the hell? It's like it feels off to me. Yeah, man. Harvester of Sorrow is like I think the heaviest song they've probably ever written. You think so? I think so. On top of probably. I mean, things that should not be. Sad but true. Sad but true is heavy. Yeah, things should not be as heavy. But I don't know. those chugs in Harvester of Sorrow get me every single time, and the simplicity, but the so melodic. This one, dun 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 dun.
Dude, that's one of the best riffs of all time.
Yeah.
I remember hearing that when I was like, whatever, 12 years old, and I got And Justice for All on tape. And I remember getting to that part and being like, because nobody had showed me it yet. I just knew one, and I knew maybe just one. And someone's like, dude, you got to get And Justice for All. I'm like, all right, fine. Got it. And I remember when that part came up immediately, that was like one of my favorite parts of the whole album.
Yeah.
That riff is, and then it goes from clean, and then the toms come in, and it's palm muted with like some notes accented, and it's like, Hetfield's the king.
Dude, I remember when I first learned Harvester of Sorrow on the guitar, it was a tab book from, I think it was from James Hetfield.
I was going to say, it's not this one.
It wasn't
here.
with that one. It was like a red one, and it had like a different, little songs from, a little bit of different songs from every album. And I was learning Harvester of Sorrow, but the way it showed me on the book, I don't play it that way now.
These books aren't real. They say right on the front, note for note transcriptions. That's bullshit. They do not sound note for note. Like, there's stuff that I'll post, and I think it's right, because I've been playing it like this for 10, 15 years, some 20 years on some of these riffs. So it's like nailed into my brain, and my ear thinks, thinks that that's right. And then someone's like, one of them, I think it's like Leper Messiah or Disposable Heroes. The intro, dun 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 dun. The tab is completely off from what the real thing is, and I didn't know that, and someone like schooled me when I did Master Puppets Month. I put the riffs up. They're like, dude, you need to learn this way, and they like sent me a link to Uncle Ben. You know Uncle Ben?
Oh, yeah.
And he shows you how to play it right, and I was like, oh, okay, fine. Relearn it, re-record it. Here you go.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they say note for note. They're not. A lot of it's really, really close, though.
What do you use to when you're learning your songs down?
I use these books usually, and then like if things don't seem right, I'll move it around how I think. Like, oh, you can move it like 5 frets up and move it up a string or down a string.
I haven't got see that. I would love to learn all that kind of stuff. I was talking to Uncle Sasquatch about this, and he teaches me a lot to this day. But music theory is way beyond my knowledge.
I don't know much of music theory, but I know I know the notes where they are on the fretboard. So I know if I play this down here, I know I can move it right here, and then I can move it back up here, and then I can play an octave here. But like, I'm like in the middle. I'm not like a super music theory guy, but I can navigate the fretboard pretty good. And sometimes these tab books will show you weird things. It's like, this doesn't make sense, and then I'll move it over to a different position, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, this is exactly Kirk Hammett style here. Like, this makes sense here. It didn't make sense over there. So I kind of play with them. And then if I still don't like the way it feels, I'll go online and I'll watch other people. If I see like Uncle Sasquatch, I'll watch some of his videos sometimes, and I'll be like, oh shit, that's how that's done. Or like other people who shred, I'll watch their videos, or I'll go on YouTube and I'll search for people and see how they're doing it, because you can't always trust the books.
Yeah. I use Songster.com. That's what I use.
Is that do they have like a database of tabs and stuff on their website?
Yeah. You just type in your song. It'll break you down to, if you sign up, I haven't signed up, but if you sign up, I guess you can slow down the song and like break it down, but I don't do all that.
I think I've seen their ads on the bottom of like, or like YouTube videos or something.
It's pretty cool. Like, it'll tell you the tab, just like in the book, and it'll play the song as you go with it, so it's not... you learn with the song, I guess you can say.
Have you ever used Guitar Pro?
Yeah. I used Guitar Pro before I went to shit, I think.
Did it?
Guitar, well, it used to be Ultimate Guitar back in the day, and now it's Ultimate or Pro Guitar or whatever.
Oh, no. Well, that's Ultimate Guitar has their own thing, but there's also something else, Guitar Pro. It's like a program you can download.
Oh, I haven't heard of this.
And you can make your own tabs, and you can... write all your own drums to it and everything, and then you can export it as PDFs, or it'll play it back to you. You can slow it down, speed it up. That's like a super good program. Guitar Pro. Like, Guitar Pro 5 is the one I have, but I think they're at 6 or 7 now. I don't know. But it's cool. I know what you're talking about on Ultimate Guitar, the way that like they say like Pro Tab or whatever it is.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
I still use Guitar Pro, but or UltimateGuitar.com for some of my stuff. But half the time I get tabs from there, it's always wrong. People like correct me on Instagram. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Why did I download this tab then?
Exactly. I remember when I first started playing guitar, I didn't have internet at my house, so I'd go to school. And when it came to lab time, bro, I'd go on ultimateguitar.com and look up all these tabs, and I'd print them out in school. I'd print them out in school and take them home, and that's how I learned.
I would do that at work. I had an old job at a gas station when I was like 17, and you can see behind you there's like a couple binders up on this. That's like where I would go there, and I'd load up, I'd email myself like links to tabs, and then right when I get to work and nobody was around, start just printing out stacks of tabs and bring home like so much stuff. I would download PDFs of like lessons and things, like 30 pages, print that out.
Hey, man, whatever worked.
Yeah, dude, I got way better at guitar because of that.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. I mean, you can't, Can't
afford books, and you got to figure it out another way.
You got to make it happen.
Yeah.
Do you have any big plans coming forward for your page? Things you want to implement? Things you're going to be doing?
Right now, guys, my life is pretty hectic. I'm going to be moving soon, so that's going to take a dramatic pause as well on top of my 2-month disappearance. But I'll be back eventually once I get situated and set up my new recording area in my new location.
You don't have a place picked out yet, do you? You'd have the area picked out, but not the place?
No. So, we're going to be living in El Dorado Hills in Sacramento County. So, any guys in Sacramento, you guys want to catch a sesh and then jam together, let me know.
We'll be jamming after this.
Yeah.
Angel's going to jump on the drums. I'll be throwing down some guitar. Going to play that Ouija guitar. Woohoo! I'm excited about that. That thing is gorgeous, dude. Do you want to get a black one too?
Yeah, I spoke to a guy in Europe who had one, but he lost the certificate and he didn't have a case for it. So I kind of threw me off.
Do you have cases for all your guitars?
Yeah, for the most part.
I was looking at your cases. They're all custom cases too. It's not just like a blank, LTD case. They all say Metallica and Ouija, Kirk Hammett's signature.
That's how they came. I didn't do anything to them. That's how they came.
That's super cool. I don't have any custom cases. I didn't even have, for my Explorers, I don't even have a case. I actually just have a gig bag.
Yeah.
It's good enough, but I don't really bring them anywhere, so.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I have a gig bag for my Ibanez, so it works. It works,
Plus storing them when you have that many guitars, it's kind of a bitch to store them. Like, there's like 10 over there. There's like 10 in my garage. There's like 10 under my bed and in my closet. Like, they're everywhere. And then sometimes I sell guitar and I forget that I have a case for it. So I'll just give them like a gig bag that I have around, and then I'm like, I'll pull out a case and be like, what does this even go to? Like, I don't think this goes to anything.
That's funny.
Who would you say are your biggest influences on guitar or even drums?
Well, man, to be quite honest with you, I switch back and forth a lot between what types of metal genres. When it comes to like guitar playing, I'll listen to old stuff like Metallica and who else is cool? I just came across this new band called Vitalism. They're the shit, bro.
Yeah? What kind of style are they?
I don't even know what to categorize them under. I know they're metal, but they play like, I don't know, dude. It's so cool. Their diversity, and like there's jazz in their songs sometimes, and there's Spanish chords, jazz chords on top of it. I like it. It's really cool. And it'll start soft, go heavy, and go soft, go heavy. It's really cool.
Have you ever heard of Between the Buried and Me?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's similar, but their style is like that, where they'll start with like death metal, heavy metal, and then it'll go down to something really soft, like literally a country hoedown will happen for like 45 seconds, and then right back to death metal and back into 80s power metal, and then they'll do like a crazy guitar solo and back and forth from all these different genres, and it just keeps it so interesting. Are they like kind of progressive metal?
There's no lyrics.
It's all instrumental.
Yeah.
Huh. What are they called?
Vitalism.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
And then for drumming, I'll go beyond. When it comes to drums, dude, I'll listen to Behemoth, Slayer, Chelsea Grin, Oceano, There's Die Hard is Murder, Fit for an Autopsy, The Faceless. There's endless bands, dude.
Are you like constantly searching out new music?
Yeah.
And you listen to music all the time?
Yeah, that's my go. If I'm not talking to someone, dude, I'm listening to music.
Wow.
So, like,
See, I'm a creature of habit. I find like a new band and I'll consume all of their music, and then for like a month or two I'll listen to just like a couple, like 4 or 5 bands, and then I'll jump to like another 4 or 5 bands, but it's not really that many new bands I add into the mix. I feel like it's once in a while. Like I just started listening to Ghost. I love Ghost right now.
I haven't given them a chance.
Dude, they're pretty good. Their new album came out just a couple days ago, and I don't love it. It's a little softer. Like they got a really dark and evil feel. And on their older album, the 2015 album, their last one, but then the new one, it's a little happier sounding, but the lyrics are still dark as fuck. Like there's one part, the guy says, the chorus is, remember about dying, remember about your friend death, remember that you'll die. It's like, okay, cool, man. I'm trying to eat a sandwich over here. This song comes on. It's like, this guy's like, remember about dying. I'm like, what? Remember that you're going to die. I'm like, shit, man. I got to do something with my life. Like, I feel, it's weird, but I do like it. It's good.
Dude, like recently I've been listening to a band called Chelsea Grand. They just got a new singer, so they just put out some new songs. And one of their songs called Dead Rose, that the drums on that shit is crazy, and I think the riffs are really catchy. It's like a 7 or 8 string playing, but the lyrics are pretty cool. Talking like in your case, you're saying like, "Damn, I gotta do something." Yeah, in the song, what does he talk about? He talks about like just having a lot of hate and stuff like that. But I don't know. I can't relate. I live a good life, dude.
Yeah.
So, but the lyrics are cool. I like them.
Yeah, it's fun to hear evil lyrics because I'm not like an evil guy. So like when I hear that, I'm like, ooh, this is like a movie. This is like Lord of the Rings, like fantasy style evil. Like ooh, because like growing up, like all those, I didn't know that.
You
like
gotta check this song out, then, dude. You're gonna like it.
I didn't know that. Like I thought Metallica was a bunch of Satanists, and I thought like all these guys really worship the devil. They're evil. They're all just normal dudes who just are like writing pretty much metaphors and stuff. Like most of them really are not. They don't care about Satan and shit, but like. When they talk about it all the time, as a kid, I was like, damn, these guys are so scary. Yeah. And then now I hear it, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. It's just like fantasy style. It's like just fun.
Mm-hmm. What scariest band I've ever seen live is probably Behemoth, dude. I never listened to them until recently at the Slayer tour.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty cool.
They played with them on that one?
Yeah, it was Testament, Behemoth, Anthrax, Lamb of God, and then Slayer. It was a good lineup, dude.
I was going to ask you about your favorite concerts that you've been to. You said Slayer might be one of them. Their farewell tour?
Yeah, dude, it was a great show. But, I mean, off tops, probably my favorite show I've ever been to was Metallica's show last year. That was my first Metallica show. It was great. Rose
Bowl in Pasadena?
Yeah. I purchased the Unforgiven experience, so like, we kind of went in before general admission went in. It was pretty cool, dude.
What'd you get extra?
We got a poster, we got a hat, and you just got to kind of kick it under the shade before everyone else, I guess, and got early entry.
You got a good spot?
Yeah, dude. I actually caught Kirk's pick that night.
That's so coal.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
That show was so good. They played Running with the Devil.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys know why, but it's Van Halen is from Pasadena.
Yeah.
So...
I like Gojira. Their set was sick, dude.
Yeah.
Gojira killed it.
The whole show was really good. Even Avenged. I'm not a real big Avenged guy. They fucking sounded great, man.
I think Avenged is really good, dude.
You like them?
I think Sinister Gates is really a great guitarist, I think.
Their guitar playing sounded awesome. Yeah. Good show.
What was your first concert you ever went to, dude?
Metallica.
Really?
Yeah, it was 1999, I think. Oh, 2000 maybe. It was the first Summer Sanitarium tour. So they played with an, at the time, unknown System of a Down. They were second. Power Man 5000, you know them? Mm-hmm. They were the opening band. And then the third band, I think, was Kid Rock. Mm. I know Kid Rock played. I can't remember if it was Korn and Kid Rock or the other way around. But I think Korn was fourth. Mm. And then Metallica was the final band up. And they played for like almost 3 hours straight.
Holy shit.
They went crazy. It was so good. I was so little at the time, so I don't really honestly remember how good it was because, you know, I wasn't as like technically sound or whatever at 12 or whatever. How old was I? 13 years old, I guess. 12 years old, yeah. I would have been 13 later that year. So I went with my dad and one of his friends, and it was crazy. I couldn't believe it. So I've seen them 3 times now, and the 2 recent ones, the one that you were at, and then I saw them a week later in San Diego. I went down there, bought tickets to both. Dude, they both were unbelievable shows.
How was the set list? Were they close?
It was like 75% the same. They changed out, like, I think the show that you went to, they played Battery, and they played a couple other songs that they took those songs out, and they replaced Battery with like Fight Fire with Fire, because it's kind of the same song. You know, it's like soft intro, super deadly, awesome fast song. So they switched that. And when that came on, the intro, the acoustic intro is a recording, I looked up at the sky and I was like losing my mind. I was like, oh my God, Fight Fire with Fire. Like that's one of my favorite songs. I did not expect that. They changed a little bit of the set, but for the most part, it was like most of the same. So good though. And then I'll be seeing them in December. I'm going to Oregon. I bought tickets to go. One of my friends lives in Portland, so I might go visit him, or I might get an Airbnb. I really don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet, but I bought 2 tickets for my birthday, December 5th.
Nice, dude. I'm actually going to see them December 7th, so you'll see them first.
Where?
Fresno.
Oh, so they're coming down, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
I was going to go to the Fresno show. I guess what they're doing is they're hitting a lot of the same general areas, but like different cities than they did on the last tour. They want to get like everyone who missed them last time.
Yeah, like Pasadena now. It's gonna be Fresno, and then I think Sacramento after that.
Yeah, both are pretty far from here. How far is Fresno from?
Fresno's about from here probably like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I'm actually gonna be living in Sacramento, so I gotta drive down like 7 hours.
Jeez. Too bad you didn't buy the Sacramento tickets. Why don't you switch them out?
Because I'm gonna go with one of my cousins, so I wouldn't do that to him.
Sorry, bro. Just give him the other ticket. Be like, go find someone else. No way. It's worth a 7-hour drive.
Yeah.
Outside of playing guitar, what else do you do?
Nothing. That's it. Right now, I can't really do much. Just listen to music, watch TV,
Chill with the wife.
Chill with my wife, and we have a pup and Gibson.
What kind of dog do you have?
She's a Basenji boxer.
A what?
Basenji boxer.
Is it a mix?
Yeah, it's like a boxer. I don't know what she's mixed with though. But
dude, I love boxers. They're so funny. One of the funniest dogs.
She's cool. She's a fucking destroyer.
Big?
Nah, she's not too big.
Yeah, I've been thinking about getting another dog. I have a golden lab, and she's 9 years old. She's awesome. She loves to play. Ruka, you met her.
Yeah.
She's been on my Instagram. Some of them have seen her. Is this what your dog looks like?
Yeah, pretty much. I'll show you. She looks exactly like.
Oh, a lot smaller than a boxer.
She looks exactly like this, pretty much.
Oh, cool.
Like
super energetic and bouncy.
Oh yeah, man.
Jumps on you.
That's her sleep with my wife. She has too much energy. She's done destroyed so much.
Really? That's a bummer, man. That's the one thing I wouldn't be able to handle if a dog chewed on like cables or like chewed on stuff. I mean, look at this room. Do you think I could have a chewer around here?
No.
There's like cables everywhere.
She chewed up my mic adapter for my GoPro. So that's one of the main reasons why I don't use the audio on the GoPro anymore.
You've experimented with a bunch of different styles of recording.
Yeah.
I like that. You like gear, huh?
Yeah.
Me too. I love gear. I buy so much crap. I was just showing you that gimbal. Upstairs, I just have I bought like a bunch of lenses, cell phone lenses. Like I could put on your iPhone to make them like wide angle. I love experimenting with that stuff. It's fun. Mm-hmm. You got one more guitar over there still. Let's grab that thing.
I haven't played that in months.
Man, this thing is sweet. The blue, purple and blue. I've been dying to get a purple guitar the last year since I went to, or maybe 6 months. NAMM, dude. It's like purple is the hot new color. This has like a touch of purple to it. Looks cool.
send it back.
Huh?
I think I'm gonna have to send it to ESP.
How come?
You don't see anything weird about it?
Not really. What do you mean?
Right here. See these bubbles?
Oh, a couple bubbles. Oh, it's painting. The paint is coming up.
I think the vinyl's coming off.
Weird, huh? Are you gonna keep this one? You're not gonna sell this?
I probably will.
Really? What's your next guitars you want to get?
I really want a Kiesel guitar, or if not Kiesel, Ormsby.
What kind of like style? Like a headless, or do you want like a multi-scale or any of that?
I want a multi-scale. It'll be the first multi-scale guitar I'll ever own.
You played them before already?
No, so it'll be something new.
Ooh, my LTD's gotta go. Got a wall of Riffmaster guitars now. I didn't know you were going to bring 4. Took over the whole wall. That's awesome. Yeah, I played a couple of those multi-scales before. One of my friends had one. He brought it over. It's a Kiesel. They are very comfortable. They are nice. I don't have any yet.
Yeah, not yet.
But I feel like it's so new school. It's so expensive too right now. Like,
yeah, lucky I've been thinking about buying a Jackson, like their R8s, like their $400 entry ones.
it's multi-scale?
No, it's just
The 8-string.
yeah. They're like $400, and I was just thinking about just swapping everything out of it and putting new. I really like the way Juggernaut pickups sound. From Bare Knuckles, Bare Knuckle pickups, from Misha Mansour.
Yeah, Periphery, right?
Yeah, Periphery. Yeah, those shits come crazy. So if I get one, I'll take the pickups out of that and I'll put some of those in there, and then maybe adjust something here or there, and just leave it. And then all the tones will come from bias after that. So.
Can you get his tones? Does he put them out?
I have a Periphery tone in there. So you have an 8-string.
Yeah, dude.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I got that 8-string, and I got the old Tosin Abasi. I bought the pickups because I used to own a company that we used to make pre-wired pick guards. I was gonna point at a pick guard. There's really none around here. We used to like pre-wire the Strat, like a Strat pick guard, put like cool EMGs or whatever pickups people wanted in, and then ship them out like that. So I was a Seymour Duncan and EMG and DiMarzio dealer. So like all the pickups I get them super cheap from all the companies direct. And when we closed down the company, I decided I was going to buy a bunch of pickups for all my next projects because I'm not going to be able to get this discount anymore. And I bought some for my 8-string. And then in the time that I bought them and actually put them in, which was like 8 months, I take forever to get to projects. He switched over. Now he uses Fishman Fluence pickups. So he's got a completely different setup, but now I've got his old setup. Okay. They sound great, though. They're like the Sentient and Pegasus set. I like them.
Yeah, I just want to try something new, dude. I really want to start playing on some of Meshuggah's kind of stuff. I think that's just awesome.
So have you been writing music?
No. I wish I knew how. I mean... So I'm sure you can sit down and make something, but I kind of want to learn. I wish I could learn like a brand new beginner again. Start from what's a C chord, E chord, G. I couldn't tell you that now, to be honest.
Oh, really?
I just put your fingers there, bro. I'll do it.
Yeah. See, you're just you're a machine. You just put something in and you can learn it.
Yeah.
But that's all you have is what you've been taught. So what can you do?
Exactly. I had lessons for a week, bro.
Yeah.
And in that week, I tried to learn the intro to Fade to Black, the acoustic part. That shit took me forever, dude. But eventually, I got it.
When you say you had lessons for a week, was it one lesson or was it a couple lessons in one week?
There was 2 lessons in a week, like for an hour.
Yes. Lessons take all the guessing out of the guitar. I only had 4 lessons. I had 1 month of lessons when I bought my first guitar, and they gave me 1 lesson a week. And then after the lessons, my dad's like, "Do you want to keep doing this?" I'm like, "Actually, honestly, not really." Like, my friends had given me a couple tabs. Some of the guys who got me into wanting to play guitar, they taught me how to read tabs. The guy at the lesson got me more comfortable with it and teach me all like what a bend is and all this stuff. So I was like, I don't really think I want to learn scales and theory at this point. I want to just get tabs and learn Metallica songs.
I wish it was the other way around. I wish I would have stuck to that and learned.
But the way I always look at it is, I learned a million songs, and then now I can go back and learn a scale, and then I'm like, oh, I know this scale. This is like Harvester of Sorrow. So now I know Harvester of Sorrow's in this key, or I know this scale. This is B. Okay, that's like Fade to Black or the Intro to One. Those are on like a B. Okay, now I can go back and like plug things in, I guess.
Right.
But I think in the beginning, if you force yourself to learn chords and scales, and it'll be way too boring. You're never going to want to play. And I always tell people, adults, if your kid wants to play guitar, don't make them sit down and take lessons like that, because the kid's not going to want to play and they're going to give up. When really, if you let them just play whatever they want, and like the teacher should be asking the kid, what do you want to learn? And then teach them that. That's going to motivate you to play way more.
Yeah.
In the beginning, you don't want to sit there playing scales over and over. Like, I heard Eruption by Van Halen, and I was like, that's what I want to do, dude. I need to play Eruption. What do I have to do to do that?
Yeah. First song I learned after that by myself was Master of Puppets. I couldn't play that super slow, but that was the first song I ever learned after that by myself.
Did you learn it on tab or by ear?
I learned it on tab.
I was going to say, dude, that's crazy if you learned it by ear.
It was by tab. And apparently I still play it wrong, dude. Someone on Instagram told me, like, yeah, you're ending it wrong. You got to end it with, like, a F flat, whatever that is. I don't know.
I don't know. It's hard to play everything perfect. People always pick stuff apart like that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And then I hate the new algorithm Instagram's doing now.
With what do you mean?
Or it's just like how
your
like
posts don't show up?
Yeah, retarded, dude.
There's a lot of weird stuff going on, and like all the people who are hardcore in it, I've seen everybody talking about it, shadow banning and all this stuff. Like, I've had where I posted, like, I think for his Emerald Club, because I have a green guitar, so I call it, if you have a green guitar, I call it you're in the Emerald Club. And I put like a screenshot, and I was like, oh, look, I'm like one of the top posts in the Emerald Club. And someone's like, I just clicked it, and you're not in the list at all. Like, I'm getting shadow banned. I guess Instagram will show you, if you click the hashtags, that you're one of the top posters in like a certain hashtag. And if anyone else clicks it, you don't even show up at all. But it's like they're fooling you. Yeah. Like, it's really weird. And what I heard is they're trying to commercialize Instagram more. They want to do more sponsored ads, and they're trying to get people to pay for sponsored ads. And people who do like too many hashtags that are repetitive, or if you do like follow for follow or like for like, which, by the way, if you're doing follow for follow or like for like, stop. No one wants that. Like, that's I don't know why. That's random people. Like, you want to get people who actually like your shit to follow you. But like, if you do too many, if you copy and paste a hashtag list, which sucks because 90% or maybe 50% of my posts are Metallica, guitar. You know, these hashtags fit.
And it's pretty basic, like metal.
Yeah.
Guitarist. Musician.
Yeah. Yeah. So then you get banned. They don't show you in the list. They don't show you on people's feeds. It's weird. It's weird. But I think if people keep talking about it, they'll go back. Hopefully.
Hopefully. I remember getting thousands of views, and now I'll be lucky to hit 1,000.
It's weird. I did one a couple days ago, hit like 35,000 views and over 1,000 likes on a video, and then the next day I posted a video of me jamming on that gold Strat right there, and it got like 2,000 views. And I'm like, I can't imagine that. Like, that's normal.
Yeah, I don't know.
What are you gonna do?
Keep on jamming, I guess.
Just keep on jamming. I figure just keep on putting out stuff. People who follow you, they'll appreciate it. They'll look at your page at least. They'll have to check in. I guess turning on post notifications is a big thing. I feel like that's weird though. I don't have any I don't want to know when someone posts. I'd rather just open it up at my convenience.
I get annoyed when when it tells me people are going live. Like, I don't care. Like,
and there's no way to turn that off, is there? Instagram, what are you doing? So, Nosferatu's for sale. I mean, are you going to sell any of the other ones?
If I sell any, it'll be my Nosferatu, my Eclipse, and maybe this one. I'm keeping those two.
Yeah, that's a good choice. That That thing is so rad, that Ouija. I like it. You got any links you want anyone to check out? Do you have a YouTube channel?
Nah, man. A lot of people ask me actually, like if I ever want to do one. I don't know. I feel like Instagram's a lot of work alone. Like, so I don't know. I really don't know. And then it depends on my schedule or what it'll be like once I move. So you guys will have to accommodate to that too. Like once I come back, I don't know when I'll be back, how often I'll be back, but I'll be back eventually.
All right. Check him out, Riffmaster95 on Instagram.
Thanks, man.
Dude, are we going to eat some pizza after this? You hungry?
Whatever you want to do, man.
All right, cool. Have a couple beers, eat some pizza. Cheers, brother. Mine's empty now, but I got a little left at the bottom. All right, guys, you made it all the way to the end, so thanks so much for watching. Thank you so much to my guest, Angel. Go follow him on Instagram at riff.master95. Great guy. He's going to be moving soon, so it's a bummer, but I'm so glad that I got him in. A couple weeks before he moved, 7 hours, 8 hours north. He's still almost 2 hours away. So, man, thanks for making the trek out, dude. And I hope to come up that way and maybe stop up there at some point. Please check out my sponsors, like I said, Iron Age Guitar Accessories. If you look at GuitarGuts.com, you're going to see the banner right at the top. Click that. Enter GG-10 at checkout, and you get 10% off a kill switch. Also, the Amazon affiliate link. That's huge for me. So if you guys could use that, I'd love it. Also, please subscribe on iTunes, on YouTube. If you have the Stitcher app, you can go ahead and subscribe there. I appreciate that. Or it's all at GuitarGuts.com. So if you guys have any more guests, like I said earlier, that you want to have on the show, you want to see me talk to them, go ahead and write it in the comments below, and I'm going to see if I can't make it happen. And if you haven't heard all the other episodes, go back and check them out. I had some awesome guests on. I've had Roch Roxit, Vince from Canada. I've had Marcel. I've had, everyone knows Fixer. So I've had Jesse Chifo from Growing. Of course, Taylor Riff, a.k.a. Christian. Been some awesome guests so far. So Josh Dalvikin, one of the best ones, the White Wolf. Check all the past episodes out too. Share them with your friends. Tag people. I mean, I love doing this, so I'd love to keep doing it as much as I can. And the more views and success it has, obviously, the more motivated I'll be to do it, and guests will be to come on. So until next Wednesday, guys, have a great week, and I'll see you then.